What's up, everybody? I'm Kutekitti. Welcome back to my Sunday night Twitch stream. What is going on? How is everybody Sunday? I'm gonna give you a little disclosure note in a second. But Mr. L is here, and we got Dragonfly Rain is here. Solus _64 is here. All babes are here. Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll do the little disclosure right now is that if you could probably see it in my eyes because I see it right now with all of the lights in my eyes. I'm on some pain medication right now. Yeah, all tired con babe. Yeah, for real. I've had like a horrible headache for the last 24. It's 10:30. Like 24. Yeah. Technically, yes, I am. I am. But it's my pain medication. Don't be going all like weird.
You deserve all the praise. What a weekend. Mr. 582, let's go rave Kutekitti vibes Kutekitti babe hands.
Kutekitti babe hands. Oh, thank you. Look at you. Oh. Kutekitti babe hands. I like how that's what she calls it, because I think it's supposed to be Cute Kitty Aw Babe Hands, and she calls it Kutekitti Aw Babe Hands. But yes, yeah, I've had like a really bad headache from wearing my helmet at con for so long, on top of stress and anxiety. And guys, I did the entire con yesterday without taking any anti-anxiety medication. It wasn't like because I didn't want to, or it didn't like was trying not to. It was just, you know what, I don't need it. And I think this is the very first time that I did not have a panic pill in my system for the entire con, which means I went on stage and everything and did judging and everything and didn't have a panic attack. Yay! Even though I totally like broke down after the con, after I got off stage and was crying and shaking. So yay for that. My brain was in check yesterday for the most part. But yeah, I am I might stumble my words a little bit. My damn pain medication I took at like 12:30, and it says that it can be in my system like strongly for 4 to 6 hours, but can be in my system for like 20 some hours, and I must be actually pretty sensitive to it because I am still kind of cuckoo. So but yeah, I took like my regular anti-inflammatories for like my neck and my, honestly, it's mainly my neck, but to be truthful, it's my entire body is in pain right now. Well, I mean, it's not really in pain anymore right now because I'm on my medication. I could still feel it through the medication, but I can't imagine once my pain meds wear off completely what it's going to feel like. But yeah, mainly my neck, just because when I wear my helmet, a lot of you guys know because I've talked about it before, my neck is as straight as a pencil. Like I have a condition in my neck. And my neck's been fucked up for like my entire life. But basically, like other people's has like a curve in it, so you can put pressure on your head for a little bit longer and be able to twist your head around. My neck is like this, so if that's like putting a bunch of weight, just compressing on each vertebrae. So yeah, it hurts after a while, but I stay committed. I push through the pain like a good cosplayer. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, when I first took the meds, because they are old. They're old medication, but I saved the good medication for this kind of stuff. It was from like when I had COVID the first time, the really bad time, and I had a 10-day headache that wouldn't go away, and I called the ER and I'm like, I've already seen all the doctors. My headache won't go away. Today is the worst fucking day. How do I make this shit go away? I've tried every single pain medication in my house. And then my doctor was like, I'll prescribe you something really strong. You can try that. And I took like one pill and was like... So basically, ever since we got on the road and it was a 2.5 hour drive, and I had the sun shining in my face, and I was the one that Josh usually drives at night, and I drive during the day. So I was trying to drive home. Oh, thank you.
The ice already melted.
Oh, thank you.
So it might be okay to eat or eat.
Or it might be. Are you on pain meds too?
What?
Are you on pain meds too?
I've had a long weekend too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. My tea's okay to eat, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I chose to drive. I chose to drive home. And the sun was like way too much. And after an hour and a half of driving, I was like, "Can you drive the rest? I need to take pain medication, and I know I can't drive on it, and I don't know when it'll kick in, because it's a pain med. It makes me go cuckoo and makes me like not be able to see properly. It puts me to sleep. So yeah, I took that, and the whole entire drive home, I wasn't feeling it. And we came back home, got home, I completely unpacked everything, still wasn't feeling it. And I was like, damn, these pills are too old. They were in 2021. Or they're old, they're not. I'm not feeling this shit. Great. I'm gonna have this horrible, like, I mean, I only ever take that one when my whole body's in pain and I have like a migraine basically, and I feel like I'm gonna puke because I can't see. And I think we watched the end of the Vikings game, and it was like I went to go stand up, and I was like, "Oh, there it is! It's kicked in." And then I've slept kind of off and on the couch. I woke up. We got caught up on the floor. I had some pizza, and I went back to bed. And then I woke up again. And I got ready for stream. So. Yeah, I've had some sleep, but yeah, I can tell in my eyes, like I can't keep my eyes all the way open because they're like, I got druggy eyes right now. But I'm awake, like I feel good, like it's definitely wearing off for sure. Yeah, these pills aren't shit or ain't shit. Yeah. But if you give me 2 seconds here, I was in the middle of putting something out, and then we're gonna kind of just chat about the night, like, or the day yesterday, recap. Some of you already know, and you can see in the background that I did get a medal for stuff, and putting out. What did I say? Putting out. It's gonna be a great stream. Anyways, I'm doing a post real quick. I'm putting something. I'm putting a post out. That's what it meant. Yeah. But yeah, and then we're gonna recap the night. Some of you already know about like the winnings and things like that, but like 100% of you do not know about the shit that went down yesterday. There was so much hell Josh and I went through at con yesterday that basically was telling us we shouldn't have even gone because of there was just so many bad omens. There's some stories that we're gonna share because this is story time with Kutekitti is what it's gonna be. Because you know what, we can't go anywhere without shit happening, right? That's what it is. Patrick, you know that from listening to the fucking podcast. Like we have some kind of traveling curse. There, see, you've got one. 15 stream streak. See? Let me get my popcorn. Oh, yeah. You'll need to get your popcorn. Hold on, I gotta post this real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold 1 second. I was trying to get all this out beforehand, but it, whatever.
And here we go.
I was waiting for her to see it. Twitch.tv/cute_KITTI Kutekitti Cute Kentucky, whatever she says. There. All right, there we go. We got that one. And the other one. I'm tired. Hey, look, you're on a 15 as well. I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure you guys are on way more of that, and Twitch is just now catching up and was giving 3s and 5s, and I was like, oh hell, I'll give you guys all like I'll give you guys all 15s now. Boom. Link, where you at? I cleared my phone's freaking cache, so now it doesn't remember all the shit that I type, so I have to type everything out. Now it has to remember all the shit again. I cleared my cache, guys. My phone was like running out of memory or space, and I kept like deleting photos, and Josh was like, I don't know, we couldn't figure it out, and I'm like, I've not downloaded any fucking huge things, like, is it just like... Mine's way off. I'm like 4, right? I know. And then I just like Googled like what to do, and it was just like, oh, like I don't think I've ever cleared my phone's cache, and this phone's like 5 years old. And I did that, and it was like, boom, lots of memory and space now. And then I had to like, you also have to like go in, by the way, and clear like your, like the big apps and whatnot. You have to clear like the data and stuff on that. And all it does is just like you just have to like sign back into like your accounts and things like that. But it like that right there, that cleared up a lot. And I was like, oh wow, okay, I don't have to delete photos and video anymore. There, now I have it all. There it goes. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyways, let's get started again. Once again, disclosure, I'm on some like cuckoo pain medication because my whole body's in pain from con. So if I mess up my words or if I look like I'm tired, you might be right. If you think I'm a little sedate, I might be, but oh, it's all good. It's all good. All right. At least my subscription stats have stayed. Oh, yeah. Hey, at least you have that. Yeah. Oh, it's a bit hot, but it's nice. So, all right, I'm going to point out real quick because I thought, like, I'm going to have a random squirrel moment. It totally looks like I went and got my nails done. Look. Look at how beautiful these look. They're nice and shiny and they look good. I look like a cat when I'm doing that. Rawr. Yeah, I'm done. All right, one more sip. See, look, we've got another 15. Jen Hotcakes is on a 15th streak. Wieners. Wieners. Yes, wieners. We all know that Kutekitti loves wiener dogs. That's good. Okay. All right. So, hey, let's have some story time. Yeah. So we'll start off by saying, that the way there was already bad omen. Like I said, there was lots of stuff that happened the whole like 24 hours basically that we were in Columbus. Actually we weren't even, or not 24 hours, like 48 hours we were in Columbus, whatever. Oh, so we left Friday night after work, but not really after work, because basically we got on the road at like 8:30 at night, and it's a 2.5 hour drive there. So the drive there, first thing we do is Josh accidentally like takes a wrong turn, and that puts us behind like 30 minutes. he doesn't know how he did it. I don't really know how he did it. I don't know if we just weren't following, like we didn't hear the GPS or something, but basically if we would have turned around, it would have added even more time. So that was one thing. So we got to the hotel pretty late. The hotel was fine. We were like the only people there. It was kind of weird. Like we stayed at like a country inn and suites or whatever. And generally those are like the thing. And it had like 8 out of 10 or like 7.5 out of 10. I was like, it was actually like a pretty like okay hotel. Like I wasn't looking at saying like a 4-star like woo like big hotel, but stayed there and it was okay. Wasn't really like it was just kind of weird. We were like the only guests there because in the morning when we woke up to go downstairs to have breakfast, they basically the entire staff that worked there was just sitting at a breakfast table and everything was like laid out like but everything was empty, like where they would have like the eggs and bacon and sausage, like they had like the bananas and orange juice and like things that you don't have to like cook up or whatever out, but there was like no hot food and it said that there was breakfast included and they had the pans out and open but there was no food and I was like and we were the only people there, so I was like I guess we'll just make a waffle because they had the waffle maker out. It was like super creepy and so I was like but it ended up being really nice. Like I mean I wasn't like super hungry at 7 a.m. anyway. Everybody knows, like I've said it before, like my stomach, I can't handle breakfast food in the morning. But so yeah, anyway, so I'm like, we're like looking around for food and we're like, I guess I'm just gonna pop in a bagel. Josh's gonna make a waffle. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. And like as we're getting ready, like one of the people walks up to us and he's like, you want me to go heat you guys up like the eggs and bacon and all that stuff? I'm like, no, you don't need to. It's fine. He's like you're like our only guest, so we didn't want to cook up everything. I'm like, oh no, it's fine. But that was the very first time we've ever been to a hotel and nothing, like when it says breakfast is included and nothing was put out. And they're just like, do you want breakfast? Yeah, so it's like that was really weird. But I know we had a little something and had coffee, went upstairs. So basically, so for me to get into Lady Pyramid Head, like to put everything on is one thing, but it's the makeup and the prep that takes forever. Patrick and Crystal got to see because we did a little mini photo shoot while they were here, and I got into I mean I do more makeup now, but like when they were here it took like 3 hours. So con makeup takes like 4 to 5 with all of the wounds and the different layers of white and black and then the soot and the detailing and all, so it takes like 4.5 5 hours to get ready. So Josh and I, my prejudging time was between 1 and 1:30 in the afternoon, which I was like so incredibly thankful for, and not like 10 a.m. where I would have had to wake up at like 5. And our drive was only like 15 minutes to the con, so it wasn't that bad. So woke up, started getting ready, and we'll just kind of like, I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the pictures here. Hold on. Where am I at? I'm going to pull up the pictures. Hey, Quentin, what's the button that goes like sets my screen to like full screen? Is it like is it F12 or F2 or what is it? I think it was like F12. I could be wrong. 11. I was close. Yeah, that one. All right, let me pull this up real quick. Middle screen. There we go. Okay, so we have this. This is kind of off the subject, but you guys get to look. We were packing up the car, and little Saba was hiding under my helmet. So yeah, that's just something cute that was on there. All right, and then we have this right here. I guess is it gonna go? Oh, that's just how it's gonna go. So this is me, like, all dressed up in the morning in my PJs, ready to go. We already had our breakfast. My hair's braided. Starting to put makeup on, right? This is, obviously this is Josh's handler shirt. And so this is me starting to get ready. So this is where we are. So like I said, it takes about 5 hours to get Alex ready to be in Pyramid Head. I basically where we're at right now is Josh and I were making really good time. Really good time. I'm talking, it was like 9:30 of the first time we started looking at the clock. We already had all of the white on my body, and my white goes from my neck all the way down my arms, all the way down to like underneath my boobs, and then stops, and then starts back up again at my butt and goes all the way down to my shins. So that part takes a really long time. After that, I have to put on like this like gray kind of soot stuff so that way I'm not just all pale white. It kind of looks like dirt. So, and that goes all over the white in different spots. And then while that's going on, I have liquid latex around my neck, which is, you can't see it that well in this picture, but I have like liquid latex that's dried right here. And then I have a big ass Chansey tattoo the size of my hand. What? Oh, are you serious? So if you guys are trying to chat right now, apparently chat is having major outages right now, and you guys can't chat with me. That is very interesting. Hopefully that starts back up. Hold on a second, guys. Josh is sending me something. Kept saying it was failing. Oh, Josh just sent me a, okay. All right, Terrible Terrors, you're able to say stuff. Okay. But yeah, I see that it says that it's having me, yeah, Josh just sent me a photo that says message failed, major outages, but right. So I'll just kind of keep up, Josh, and you just let me know, and I'll just keep talking, because as long as like I'm streaming, that's fine, and if I'll just kind of read your guys's comments if they do pop up. We'll just do that. As long as like I'm still here, you guys can hear me, and I'm streaming okay. For some reason, chat's not working, so I apologize for that. That sucks, because I love it when you guys talk to me. A big spike, great. Holy shit, that's a lot of outages. Of course it's while I'm fucking streaming. Is it because everybody wants me, you know, everybody's like, oh my god, I have to get into Kutekitti's stream. And they can't? Like, maybe it's like all of Twitch is trying to watch me stream right now. That's really what it is. And I made Twitch have an outage. Anyways, I'll just keep chatting about it. But anyway, so I've got liquid latex all over my neck. That has to dry. And I've got a big freaking Chansey tattoo on my thigh. That's the size of my hand. That, you know, totally would not look good, as Pyramid Head. So I have to cover that up. And I've done so much in the past, like making a big, like, bullet hole, or I don't know. This time I decided to do just like 4 like swipes. I was like, you know, I've got what's practical. When I do my cosplay, I make really long black like nails. And I was like, so I just made like a big scratch across her, and that ended up working out, and I detailed it. But so anyways, Josh and I are making like a ridiculously good time. It's 9:30. We already have all the white on me, all of the soot. I've already started detailing my neck, and I'm like, you know what? We're making great time, because I already know the process and how long the black takes. And I was like, just go down the street, get some Starbucks, because, you know, hotel coffee sucks. Josh leaves and gets Starbucks. And this is where we're at so far. This is not real blood, Twitch. It's not real blood. It's all makeup. It's all makeup. Don't ban me. I definitely wanted to show this off, because this is the best work I've done on my severed neck. This is the best work I've ever done, and I'm so proud that I got a freaking picture before the bad stuff happens. So anyways, like, just don't like picture like my head, like from my neck up or like my chin up is gone. Okay, just picture that. This is the best work I've done on my freaking neck. See if I can like zoom in. Oh, there's just gonna be boobs on the screen. Is that okay? This is the best work I have done on my neck. Look at that. I did so good on it. And your back. Good. Your back with boobs. Would you look at that? Anyways, I was so impressed and I'm so happy I took a picture. So anyways, I did that and yeah, awesome. Next, so this is my back. I don't tend to do like a lot of really like huge detailing on the back, just enough like because my helmet sits basically on my shoulders. It's more for like Twitch's chat just needed boobs to restart itself. Right? But so yeah, I don't do a lot of detailing on my back. I really just do enough to where if I'm tilting my head down, it still kind of gives that effect of my head's chopped off kind of thing. So, and then I have Josh do these like he takes the puffy paint, like the 3D paint, and makes these little this was probably more like around 10, I think, by the time we started doing this. Oh no, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. But Josh made these little veins on my back, like coming down. It was just like something that we did for C2E2 that was really cool. And then here, this is what I did to Chansey. And kind of ignore the black right here on my legs. I do the detailing later. I just had Josh like paint my legs, and my legs look so good. They're solid black. Everything looks so good. My legs are nice and white and sooted up, and I made this like really good detailing to cover Chansey up because I hated that big bullet wound that we did the last time. I was like, it didn't look good, and I was like, I need something else. So I made the scratch marks because I was like, oh, I've got long fingernails. Let's do that. And then eventually, right at the end when I'm finishing the black, you'll see what I typically do, which is like I bring up the black a little bit on my legs. And here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go back to IRL real quick. Okay, so this is where we're gonna start the bad stuff. This is the story time before we get into the rest of the pictures. This starts the really bad. This is the story time. The 3, 2, 1, let's go. So the plan was, since my prejudging time was between 1 and 1:30, like basically that just means I have to get there, I have to get checked in, and by the time like the doors open for me to go in, it has to be between 1 and 1:30. So no biggie, right? Josh and I have never been to this con before, so we don't know where it is. We don't know where parking is. Like I tried to like at least like do like a Google Zoom and like all this stuff and try to figure it out. But we bought prepaid parking, but it's just not connected to the con. It was a 4-minute walk. So it's like 17 degrees outside. It's snowy and it's windy. Well, it's not snowing, but it's, snowy and windy. And I'm not putting a jacket on because I can't, because it'll mess up all my makeup, which means I want to be dropped off at the front, the closest I can. That didn't happen. Back up like 5 minutes. I'm doing my nails in the car because we're running a little behind because I have a corset on. Actually, yeah, this is the first bad thing. I decided to go ahead and put the corset on underneath the dress, and because the corset makes me skinnier and the dress is wider than the corset, now we have to pin the dress to my corset from the inside so it doesn't fall. So I have to do 1 pin in the back, and I have to do 2 pins right here to keep it from falling. Pin in the back worked, but it took me fucking forever to get the pins because my corset is so tight, and I have to like, just basically they kept popping off and it was pissing me off, and it put us really, really behind. So that was number 1. Number 2, we get into the car and I'm doing my nails and putting them on, which is just like cement, basically like, nail cement. And it's Well, you know what doesn't work very well in the freezing cold? Glue. And I got all of these on, and I got to this thumb, and it kind of fell off, and it wasn't like sticking, so I grabbed more glue and put it on because the glue was already like kind of crusty and frozen because it's cold. I put it on the second time, like, okay, it's there. That's gonna pop up later. But yeah, so this thumb, it just wasn't working, but I finally got it on in the car. And then, so I'm trying to get dropped off at the front. That's not happening at all because there's nowhere for Josh to like just pull over real quick and drop me off. Yes, yeah. By this time it's like 12:30, and we're there, and we have to still park, get into the con, get checked in. So I mean, we're crunching right now a half an hour. And Josh goes, "I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to come with me to the parking garage, and you're gonna have to walk. That's just how it's gonna be." And I'm like, I guess so. So we get to the parking garage, I get everything unloaded, and I'm like, we're just gonna have to walk really fucking fast because it's 17 degrees outside and it's windy. So we get out there, and I'm walking downtown Columbus, a mile basically, trucking it, or maybe not a mile, maybe like half a mile, down the street. It's cold, it's windy. We get in right away. I get checked in, and basically where you get checked in, there's concourse basically A to D. When you check in, it's at D, and the very other side of this huge ass convention center is A. I was told in my email to go to, and when I get get checked in before my prejudging, I have to get checked in at another table, which is in A. So I'm at D, and I have to go to A. So it's probably 15 till 1. It's like it's a quarter to 1 right now. I'm like, we gotta book it. So now we're booking it through the con, trying to get to A. We get to A. There's a table there. Nobody's there, but there's a piece of paper with a map. And it says, if you've already pre-registered and blah, 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 you don't have to check in here. Just go to your prejudging station. So I'm looking it up on my phone. Where's the prejudging station? D180. I just came from D, which is the other side of the fucking convention. So I'm in A, and I have to go back to D where we just were. So now I'm pissed, and now I have to go all the way back to where I was. When we first walked in, I literally could have just walked in, checked in, and gone straight, and I would have been right there. It would have been fine. So now I'm walking all the way back, weaving through. There is so many fucking people at this con, by the way. So it is like, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Get the fuck out of my way. Like, it is bad. It's like two-stepping. Like, it's C2E2 Junior. Yes, it was packed on a Saturday at 12:45. So we finally get to the check-in area. There's a bunch of cosplayers. I'm like, thank God, we're in the right spot. I find the person, and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And she goes, okay, that's fine. It's just about what it's 1 o'clock right now, or somewhere right around 1. Just get in line, and we'll call you in. Like, you just line up and you come in when you're next. I'm like, okay, good. So, really bad thing. Now that we've got ourselves collected, and luckily I bring into con, I always bring a cosplay emergency kit and a touch-up kit for Pyramid Head, which includes like all of my paint and glue and brushes and things like that, because throughout the day I need a little touch-up. Oh my God. So you know what happens to liquid latex on your skin in 17-degree windy weather? Any guesses? It crumples and it falls off. It just cracks like fucking glass and it falls off. So I said, I need to go into the bathroom and I need to get myself touched up. I look in the mirror, and all of that 5.5 or 4.5, 5 hour work of paint, like basically everything. My arms, my legs, my wound on Chansey, my neck, everything is like destroyed. Like it's like 4.5 hours of work is totaled. And I need to be, I went into the bathroom at 12:50 and I have to be in line in 10 minutes to do 4 hours worth of makeup. And I'm like panicking because I looked at my neck and like everything basically that you saw, like I'm so happy I took a picture of it so you could actually see what it looked like beforehand. But it was just like basically just falling down to here and just cracked everywhere. It looked horrible. And I was like, okay, it's fine. We can do it. Latex, we will just put a little bit on. We'll just stick it back. So I get out, I basically make a paint area in the bathroom, and I feel bad because the cleaning lady is literally right behind me cleaning the bathroom, and I'm about to make her bathroom a complete mess. So I'm taking the liquid latex that's already crumpled up and on my skin, and I'm taking more liquid latex, and I'm just trying to paste it, like glue it back onto my neck, and do this really quickly, because I don't have a fucking hair dryer. And I'm having, Josh doesn't know this, but like I also have like, so my hands are covered in glue, my hands are covered in black paint, and then I'm trying to open things up and grab things, and I basically needed Josh in there. Josh, I needed the gender neutral bathrooms so bad, you have no idea. This is like actually where I needed you to be in the bathroom, and it would have gone so much better. I was like, I just want my husband in here with me, please. So I would ask like people to open up the paint for me. I'm like, I am so sorry. I know you just washed your hands, because I also didn't want to like ask them before they washed their hands. I was like, I know that you just washed your hands, but I was like, can you totally just open this up for me? I'm like, I really need some help. Everybody was super nice and they helped me out and whatnot in the bathroom. So that was awesome. So anyway, so I repainted everything. I just put a bunch of I ended up saying, screw it. It's there. It's stuck. It is what it is. I put a bunch of blood and like red paint and spritzed a whole bunch of blood over it. Let it drip down my boobs again. I said, that's just the way it's going to have to be. I touched up my Chansey, and then I took this acrylic black paint and I put it in my hands, squeezed the fuck out of it, and just went all over my hands and all over my legs, and just sat there for like 10 minutes doing this in the bathroom. And I'm like, this is all I can do. Because all of the paint from like my knee all the way up my thigh was like gone. Like everything that we put on my thighs was gone. It just, the wind and the cold, like everything just like cracked and like fell off like flaky skin. Like it was gone. God, it sucked. So anyway, so we go, as I'm getting ready in the bathroom, I have like 3 people that know, like, I didn't tell Josh this either. I have 3 people that know who I am as a character, and 2 of those people follow me on Instagram. And we're like, oh my God, I can't believe I found you in the bathroom. And I was like, hi. And and it was like in the middle of me panicking, getting like the black on my arm. And she's like, when I know you're busy, but when you get a minute, I'm definitely going to need a picture of you. I follow you on Instagram. And I was just like, oh, I was like, thank you so much, but I'm about to get judged. You're going to have to probably find me later. I'm kind of doing an emergency touch up right now. And she's like, you look fabulous, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, just, I'll have to get a picture later. And then there was the other couple people, one of them recognized me and was like, oh my God, you're the pyramid head thing. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I follow you on Instagram. And then I had another person right at the end when I was doing my thigh, and she's just like, oh my God, you're pyramid head. Yeah, I see, I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, wow, this is actually getting quite like my following and everything. I was like, people are recognizing who I am. That's cool. But I'm like, you're seeing me in a really low point right now. You're gonna have to come back later. So anyway, so I get out, and Josh, I could see the panic on his face, because yeah, he was panicking outside the door. One of them told me what you were up to as they came out and told me, oh, okay, all right. Oh, wrong one. Oh, it's fine. Whatever. They'll see my other one. So anyway, so after the paint stuff, so I get in line, I talk to some of the cosplayers. and whatnot. And then I realized, oh my God, I haven't really practiced what I'm going to be saying to the judges this time around. So this was the only time and this was the very first time when I go in for prejudging. I didn't have a script in my head. I was too panicky because usually I get there and I've got time and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I point out this and this and this. And because I was on the spot and I just, everything, I will tell you what, the best part of the day, besides the very end, was my prejudging went great. It went so good. I get into prejudging, which is like its own little private room. I have 3 judges. I recognized at least one of them. I did have the helmet on. So I did hear I did hear someone's voice and I looked up and I was like, oh my God, I know who this is. So, and he recognized me and stuff because he has judged me before. Anyway, so we're going and they're like, all right, you have basically I have 3 minutes to tell the judges how I built this and things that stand out that I want them to see. And I had my build book that I gave them, and one of them's flipping through the build book. The other ones, they come up and they touch everything and they lift things up and they see how they get up close and personal and make sure you made this shit. How did you make this shit? Like, what techniques did you use? I mean, it's like, ask me 20 questions kind of thing while I'm presenting stuff. Josh, in the middle of it, kind of accidentally turned on my Bluetooth, but was a good thing because I almost forgot to tell them I have the Bluetooth installed in my helmet to play the siren, and Josh accidentally, he turned on his phone and it turned on. They're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, that reminds me. I was like, I do have the Bluetooth in my helmet. They were super impressed with the handmade barbed wire. The one of the judges was like, she went to go touch the barbed wire and she's like, can I touch this? Is it real? I was like, no, it's not real. She's like, oh, did you buy it? And I'm like, no, I made this. And she's like, well, what do you mean that you made the barbed wire? And as she's asking me that, the other judge has my build book open and she's like, oh, she made it from scratch. I was like, yeah, that little plasticky, those little plastic bracelets or whatever, plastic tubey bracelets that you make for kids or whatever. I was like, I made it out of that. There's 120 feet of barbed wire between my knife and my body on here that I handmade, twisted, glued, and painted. And they were like, my God, that looks real. And I'm like, I know, I love it. It's the little things like that, when they notice simple little details that I detailed every freaking barb on there, to try, I'm very attentive to detail when it comes to that stuff. But they like that, and she asked me what the knife was made out of, and I was like, oh, well, it's made out of foam, and she was touching it. She's like, this is foam? And I'm like, yeah, but it's got 10 layers of wood glue on it, another 3 layers of primer on it, plus another 5 layers of paint. Then I added the rust. So yeah, of course it doesn't feel like foam anymore. It feels like a knife and it's heavy. So they were impressed with all of the weathering. And then the last thing that they were really impressed with other than the rust on my helmet and stuff, she's like, oh, you did such a great job with that. Was I made sure to tell them to look on the inside of the dress. I was like, this time around, all the upgrades that I made, I remade the bra this time, I remade the cuffs, I added the barbed wire, and I redid the shoes, because I used to have these 8-inch stilettos that I walked in, and just, for one, it didn't really fit the build, and for two, I hurt my knee with it, but I was like, but I've completely tore the shoes apart, weathered and painted them the best I can, but the shoes are literally the only thing on here that I have not made myself. And then I showed them the inside of the dress where I have the muscular layer with all of the veins and stuff. And one of the judges had said that they're a nurse. And when I was trying to explain, I was like, and I actually used real medical suture patterns to, I took out all of the old stitching where I slashed the dress. And I was like, and I redid it using like real suture patterns and then repainted over it to make it look like necrotic skin. And I was like, I even used like my hemostat and stuff to like put the stitches back in and whatnot. And she was like, oh my God, that's awesome. She's like, I'm a nurse. And I was like, oh, sweet. So you understand everything I'm trying to say. So that was awesome. They were really impressed with that. And then the last big thing that I told them, I was just like, the other judge was like, she went to go touch under here. She's like, is that your skin or the dress? And she's like, oh my God, that's the dress. I thought that was your skin. So I was like, oh, sweet. I got that too. Like the realistic part of it. And I was like, the other thing too that I tried to do, speaking of that, was I did like 2 to 3 layers of liquid latex over the inside and out of the dress and let it dry to give it this leather-like feel, because beforehand I'm like, this dress is actually just made out of polyester spandex like material. It's fabric. And they're like, oh yeah, you can't tell that it's a fabric dress. It looks like skin. I'm like, fuck yeah, because that's what I was told to do by the other judge the last time he looked at me. I was like, I gotta do something to make it more realistic. So that's what I did, and I made it look more realistic by giving it that extra shine. So now, guys, prejudging is done. Everything went great. Now we're on to some fun pictures of the con until I think there's about 3 to 4 hours that go by where everything went great. All right, so here's picture time. Where the fuck is my button? There it is. Okay, so now we're on the con floor. I've already got approached by a million people for pictures and stuff. The typical, you know, cute kitty, I need a picture. Oh my God, can I take your picture? These people I needed a picture with. So needed a picture with. For one, my mom absolutely loves Mars Attacks. And I grew up watching Mars Attacks, and I just got done taking some photos. Like someone wanted photos of me, and I saw them under my helmet, saw like a little bit, and I was like, holy shit, I want to go over there and I want to take pictures. And I went over there, took pictures, and what was so cool about it is they have a little speaker inside of them, and it just goes that and their mouths, all of their mouths inside move as well. I think the guy's eyes in this one move, because I was staring at him, and their guns and everything light up, and like, it's just they were super cool. They did move. That's what I thought. Yeah, their outfits were amazing. I love them so much. Oh, this happened. So there's a DeLorean, like, so an exhibit for Back to the Future, and you can go and you have to pay $20, and you can go and like get a picture with the DeLorean. So we're walking by, and the person that has the display or whatever approached me and was like, hey, can I he's like, hey, and then I heard him say, hey, are you her handler, to Josh. He's like, yes. He's like, are you guys okay if I use you for a photo in front of the DeLorean to post? And I was like, well, fuck yeah. Like, I'm like, we didn't have to pay $20 to go and take a picture in front of it. So he's got this fancy camera, and he's doing all these like cool poses with me and whatnot, and like perspective poses and whatnot in front of the DeLorean. So that was pretty cool. And like said that he's gonna post them and tag me and whatnot in it. So that was pretty awesome. And then this one's really funny. So I was in the middle of taking a photo with somebody that wanted a photo of me, and Josh goes, someone behind you is really tall and wants a photo. And I was like, somebody really tall. So I'm thinking really tall, just like, oh, I have to lift my helmet up a little bit. And I turn and I go, lift, 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 lift. And then I'm like holding my freaking helmet up that you can see right here to be able to see how tall this guy is. I can't for the life of me, if someone knows where this is from, it looks like it's out of FNAF, but it's not. I can't remember. They were in the contest, but I can't remember where the hell these guys are from. There was like 3 of them. But they did a really good job. But yeah, I turned around and I was like, up, 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 up. I was like, oh, hi. I can't remember where they're from though. What game or whatever. But yeah, you can see it in this picture. I don't think we got a full picture of the other one, but so that's him. This guy's turned around, but he has like a duck head. And then there's this really tall guy over on the side here. It's not FNAF. It looks like FNAF. It's like something monsters or whatever. I know they called it on the freaking stage, but I can't remember what they're called. But they looked really cool. This is just single pose. It's really difficult to get a nice pose on the con floor without somebody in the freaking background. I've already tried like AI and stuff to try to delete it, and it didn't work. Oh, guys, look. You guys will love this. Look what we found. Or she found me. Look. I've actually not seen this before. It's not Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know what that other game you said. What? I don't know. Oh, FNAF. It's FNAF, but they're not from FNAF. It's that annoying girl. Yeah, so she comes up. So the funny thing is, because, under my helmet, I can only see under my helmet. I can't see through my helmet. And we're walking and I just hear, oh my God, I need a picture. And then I saw the lunchbox or the first aid kit. And I looked up and I was like, oh my God, I need a picture. Dead by Daylight, Heather. Yes. What about Five Nights at Freddy's then? Ha 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 ha, you're funny. So anyway, so I was like, we're gonna do a couple photos. So I did like the pose where Pyramid Head does the dink and then I swipe up, and she's like trying to run away. So we tried to, because there's so many people, so we're trying to in like a walkway, and we're trying to do some poses. But yeah, she was awesome. I really liked her cosplay. It looks really good. I was so happy that we found one. Oh, look at this guy giving us a stink eye right here. Look at this. You see this guy? He's giving him a stink eye. Look at this. What do we have here? Oh, and then we got the nurses. Okay, so I hope she knew about Heather, because guys, we did have one person, and I can't tell you, Josh might be able to tell you, I had one person walk by me and go, hey, it's that person from Dead by Daylight. And I couldn't tell because I had the helmet on whether or not they were being serious or if they were joking. So, all right, funny story about this right here. So we end up finding some nurses. At least they didn't say Fortnite, right? So over here is a pillar, and right behind the pillar is where Josh and I were sitting down to eat lunch on this like super long table. And we just got done eating lunch, and I hear someone go like, oh, Pyramid Head, can I get a photo of you? And I was like, I thought they were talking to me. And I looked over and they were like, it looked like they were talking to somebody else. I'm like, there's another Pyramid Head. And they were actually I'm like right here by this pillar, and they were like right here behind the pillar. So I had not seen them. And I turn my head and I see this Pyramid Head, and I was like, oh sweet, there's another Pyramid Head. Oh sweet, it's a chick. That's awesome. So odd how this happened. I know, right? It was like kind of like it was like destiny, really. And I turned and I was like, oh sweet, it's another Pyramid Head. And I leaned a little further. I'm like, and she's got 3 nurses. That's awesome. So I leaned over, and I don't have my helmet on. I was like, hi, we need photos. And they all were like, oh, it's another Pyramid Head. So, and they were ridiculously nice. They all do cosplay, and we all follow each other on Instagram now. I was actually already following the Pyramid Head on Instagram. So yeah, and she was already following me, I guess. And yeah, the nurses and whatnot. But they were best interaction ever. They were ridiculously nice. They were awesome to hang out with. I could have hung out with them all day. So we did a couple of pictures here, and originally, guys, which I might have talked about before, but I have a cosplayer friend that literally we meet up at almost like every single con, and she's like 4 foot nothing. She's a really small girl or lady, and she's awesome. She's done a few different cosplays, and we met and hung out a few times, but she was like, you know what would be awesome? And she was at C2E2 the last time, and she was like, you know what would be awesome is if you're going to GalaxyCon, because I am. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to GalaxyCon. And she's like, maybe if I do like a nurse or whatever, since I'm so short, and that'll make you look really tall in the perspective and everything, and you can drag me around. And I was like, oh, that would be so awesome. Yeah. Well, I messaged her before the con, before us going, and she's like, I just can't make it this year. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, shit. So I felt really bad I wasn't going to have my nurse, but I was like, now I get 3 nurses. So I'm talking to these nurses, and I'm like, so I'm supposed to have a nurse, and she couldn't be with me today. And I looked at the other pyramid head, and I'm like, can I borrow your nurses for like a little photo shoot? And she's like, yes, of course. And I'm like, yes, and I'll use you in the picture and stuff too. And she's like, she very much like, I love cosplayers that are very open and honest and not like judgmental and stuff. And she was very much, by the way, when I was asking like, did you make your, I think Josh did. I think Josh was like, what did you make your helmet out of? And she was like, oh, I did not make this. I bought it. Like she was very straight up like, I got it off like Etsy or something. And she's like, it might look cool, but I have like the worst fucking headache right now because the it's like a construction plastic helmet inside. It's not comfortable at all. They didn't get her measurements right on her on her chest. I mean, she's got huge boobs, so that's probably why. But yeah, she was just kind of pissed at everything, and she had a huge headache from wearing the helmet. And then the plastic scraping her on the forehead and whatnot. And she's like, I'm really sorry if I'm kind of moody. Like, you're just like, I've got a really bad headache. And I'm like, oh, I get it. My head's hurting too. But yeah, so afterwards, so we take a few photos here. And then we go and we go onto the con floor and find a nice open area, by like the wall and door to be able to do a photo shoot, which you guys are going to see in a second. And it's so cool. I'm probably going to have Josh do some nice like editing to them before I put them on like social media and everything. So you guys get first look at what the rough draft like looks like. Oh, and then this was the only other pyramid head that I saw. But he came up, I think his was made out of cardboard. Oh no, there was a pyramid head in the novice category, while we were lined up. Yeah, in the contest. Yeah, hers looked really good. It was more simple, but yeah, it looked really good. She had like the original helmet, like the square looking helmet. But yeah, anyway, so we were right there. So everybody got a picture there. Ah, here we go. This is one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm going to have Josh edit this one. So, yeah, the girls did an amazing job. This is one of the first poses that we did, which is me dragging a nurse. I was like, all right, I definitely need a dragging photo. Who wants to get dragged? And they were like, oh, I want to get dragged. Like, they were so much fun to work with. They were like really excited to do all these photos and stuff with me. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. This is another one. Like, I just told them, I was like, try to be as like contortionist like as possible. Like, make some really creepy, like kind of stuff, and poses. And then I got the other pyramid head in to do a couple of them. She was like, yeah, just because I didn't want to leave her out, like using like, you know, her friends and her nurses. And honestly, I don't think she would have minded if I didn't use her at all, because like I said, she said she had like a raging headache and she kept wanting to take the helmet off and whatnot. Well, because we are standing here and posing with 2 pyramid head females and a couple nurses posing, it's like Josh isn't the only one taking photos. They also have a friend with them that's taking photos on their camera. And now we have like basically what you guys can't see that we can in this photo is we're facing the exhibit floor. So we have like large amounts of people going past us, and they're like, oh, can I have a picture? Oh, can I have a picture? Oh, can I have a picture? Like, so we're just holding poses for long periods of time. This really pissed me off. These people had no sense of, just no common sense. So they weren't standing here. These people were not standing here before we started, like right before we started taking pictures. Literally, we're getting lined up to start taking pictures. And these people, like, and Josh is facing that, and they're just like in the background standing there. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you could have leaned up against the wall, like over here. Like, it just pissed me off. But Josh is gonna have to do his best to try to cut them out and edit them. But yeah, she even lifted her helmet and whatnot, and she was like, well, that was kind of rude. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but whatever. I was like, my husband's a graphic designer. He'll figure it out. Don't worry. So we're doing a couple poses. This one right here, we had to hold for a really long time because a lot of people were coming up and asking us to hold the pose for pictures. So yeah, but the girls did such a great job with their poses and their outfits. I absolutely love them. Oops. This is the other one that I really like. There's definitely a couple more, where Josh has a more angled one too. That one's not on here, but he has a more angled one from up, so you can see like their more of their reflections on the floor. Like there's more room in front of me right behind them, like swinging. So it looks really cool. But yes, again, they did a fantastic job. So, and again, right here at this pose, we kept having to hold and hold and hold and hold, and we're like, are we done yet? Are we done yet? And I'm like, honestly guys, as soon as Josh says it's okay, we're gonna have to we've already followed each other on Instagram, just message each other, and we're gonna have to disperse or else we're never gonna be able to leave. And that's what it was, is that it? Is that everyone? Okay, it was really nice meeting you guys. Goodbye. And then right here is where, let's see, these were the ODSTs. Josh and I just got done taking a break, sitting down, which we'll go over. This is where, honestly, right at this picture is where two more bad things happen. But yeah, so we had the ODSTs here. And, oh yes, all right, so we'll play the video. I went over there because I was like, oh my god, the rocket launcher looks fucking sick. And it was made by this guy in the middle, and he's like, oh, it's not even that good. I 3D printed it like 2 years ago, and it's been in my basement collecting dust. And I'm like, I don't know anything about 3D printing right now, and you could tell me, why is it not like opening up? Can I? Oh, okay. I just have to play it. I was like, you can tell me any like that it looks like shit, but I think it looks fucking cool. So this is it. Yeah, I was asking him like how he made it and everything. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I absolutely loved it. Can I go over? Can I go over? And then Patrick, Crystal, and Brian, we took this picture for you. So this was a sign shop. But yeah, Josh wanted to take this and show it to you guys. It looked pretty cool. Yeah. They were asking for quite a, honestly, for it. If I can understand if it was glass, but they were asking for like $80 for it, for the signs. Oh, it was 2 for $100 or no, it was 2 for $100 or 1 for $60 is what it was. And I was like, but it was plastic. And I was like, I can understand if it was glass, but I was like, really? Yes, that's Josh took it for these two right here. They were right next to each other. Yeah, that's why he took the picture. He's like, oh man, they would really like that. And I was like, yeah. And then we went over to see like the cost and everything. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, if it was like 2 for $50 or 2 for $60, we would have been like, hey, let's just get a couple of them. But my God. Oh, here you go. Brian, Joshua took this picture specifically for you, apparently. He's like, hold on a second, I have to zoom in on this. Brian will love it. We say this apparently. He said that you guys say it all the time, or that you say it, or whatever. So that I don't be a dick. No. What is this? We say it in chat all the time, yeah. Yes, yeah. Allergic to fragile. I don't know what that says. That too. Okay. And then I took this for my brother, but this guy was competing in Masters. This is my brother's said his next big cosplay that he wants to make is literally this. And the guy underneath is probably in his late 50s, early 60s, and said it took a year and a half for him to make. I feel really bad he didn't get an award. But there was 100 contestants in the contest, and there was a lot competing in Masters, and he did a really good job with this. Really good job. But yeah, my brother wants to build this. So I specifically took like a picture of it for him. But yeah, he was super nice, and he said it took like a year and a half for him to make. I felt really bad because he had his own handler back here that was really nice too. But I don't know. Yeah, he looked like he was so tired and just wanted to sit down, and we were in the backstage for forever. All right, so real quick, we're gonna go back and do the story time of the really bad stuff that happened, and then we'll get to the end. Okay, so really bad story time. Really bad story time. So far we've had the we went the wrong way, and then we yeah, the really bad. We went the wrong way, and all of the rushing in the con, and then getting to the con and all of my makeup being basically gone after 5 hours of putting it on, to now everything's fine. Well, so right around the time that we're taking the pictures with the ODSTs, I'm sitting down in a chair, and oh, sorry, back up. Right after we get done taking the pictures with the nurses, my nail falls off on my black, like on my thumb. So that was wardrobe malfunction number 2 technically, because all of my makeup basically came off by the time I even got to the con. So I had to fix all that. My nail popped off with the nurses. I said, don't worry about it. I brought more nails, and I brought more glue. That's fine. That's a minor thing. Pressed it on. Everything was nice and warm. So I was able to put that back on. It's going to stay on. It's cemented. It's fine. So now we're sitting down, and I'm all of a sudden I feel my boot, like I have my legs kind of kicked up, and I feel my boot just kind of go flop, and I'm like, what the hell is that? So I look, and the sole of the back of my left boot, the sole flipped up, like like it was like, or like not flipped up but flipped down, like it looked like this. So here is my boot, like flat on the ground, right? My sole like was flopping like this. Like it broke. The sole of my boot broke, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, these are like ridiculously, like, how the hell did that happen? I'm like, and that's really bad because I can fall. So I was like, no biggie, it's fine. I have glue. It's fine. I have glue. So I get out the nail glue because I was like, that's cement glue. It should work just fine. So I I had Josh like pull the flap down a little bit, just pour a bunch of glue on it, and I stepped on it really hard for a couple minutes. I'm like, okay, it's solid. We're fine. We fixed it. Okay. Now the really bad part. So, it's, I have to be lined up at the lobby for check-in, before getting on stage, for the competition at 7:15. Okay? And I was gonna do, like, one more touch-up of my makeup, because it's been cracking all day, whatever. Basically, the second time, after I fixed my boot, I went into the bathroom to do my second touch-up of the day, and my liquid latex on my leg and on my neck was basically the one on my neck was like down to my boobs. It was like I barely touched it, and like all the liquid latex fell off, and I'm like, so I just ripped everything off. I ripped all of the latex off of my legs. I said, fuck it, I'm not gluing this shit back on. I took a bunch of paper towels, and I basically like cleaned my neck up and did a complete restart of my neck in the bathroom, like middle of the day, redid all of the white after I wiped off all the red, I said, screw the latex, it's fine, whatever, I already got prejudged, and I just put a bunch of blood, like red around my neck, and did a bunch of like my spritzy blood that like just pours down, and I was like, spritz, 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 spritz. Okay, all right, we fixed it, whatever, I'm done with it. And then I ripped off my poor Chansey looked horrible. Like, it was just like flappy, ugly skin just like hanging off. It looked horrible. So I ripped off the liquid latex on Chansey and just painted red streaks on my legs and put a bunch of spritzy paint on it. And I'm like, whatever, we're fine. I'm not worried about it anymore. I already got judged. So there's that. So all the liquid latex by the middle of the day was just gone. This has never happened before, by the way. All of the paint at all of the other cons, and the liquid latex, I've never had this issue before. So I have no idea, and I've always used the same brand. I don't know why, but the makeup just like, it was just falling off of me. I don't get it. It was horrible. So now the really bad part. So it's probably about 15 minutes prior to lineup, and I was like, all right, we should probably start walking over to back to A, and we're like in C area, CB area, in the middle. I'm like, we should start walking towards A, because that's where the stage is, and that's the lobby. That's where we need to get lined up. And then I'll do my very last touch up of myself before going on stage. So on the way there, the walk on the way there, people are stopping and asking for photos, which is perfectly fine. I was like, we've got plenty of time. It's fine. We just need to go over there and line up. And then eventually I'll just, I'll take 10 minutes to just touch the black up on my legs and my arms. It's fine. So we're walking. Another person wanted a photo. Well, my pins in the front of my corset just kept popping throughout the day. So earlier in the day, I just took the pins out of the front because they just kept breaking, and I was like, fine, whatever. We'll just, as we're doing photos, Josh is just going to have to pull my dress up and tuck it a little bit and make sure that my corset isn't showing. So Josh goes and he starts like, adjusting me and pulling stuff up, and then he goes underneath my bra over here and like adjust my bra down. Guys, look what happened. Mind you, this is 15, not even 15. This is probably 10 minutes prior to me checking in for lineup to get on the fucking stage for the competition. Look at what happened. In the middle of taking a photo. In the middle of taking a photo. Like, I'm wearing it, and Josh goes like underneath and just pulls, and this was all strapped together. Josh goes underneath and pulls and to adjust it, and my strap just falls off, and I'm like, all of a sudden I felt the bust, and I was like, and I just hugged my arm real quick so my boob didn't fall out, and I was like holding my blade. I'm like, okay, he take the picture. Josh is like, it snapped. I was like, I know, just go take the picture. Go take the picture. Go take the picture. And so I'm holding the blade. It snapped. And I was like, we need to find a bathroom right now. I need to find an outlet. I brought hot glue. We're just going to hot glue the son of a bitch real quick. Holy shit. This is like 10 minutes prior to lineup. We need to find somewhere now. So I go to the closest bathroom with a hot glue gun, basically holding on for dear life for my freaking boobs not falling out. And I mean, I have pasties on just in case, like for pictures and stuff. But that's not enough. I have nude pasties on, so it still looks like you can just see my boobs. So anyway, so I find the nearest bathroom. I go to try to put my hot glue gun on. Bathrooms don't have outlets, which are ridiculous. There should be outlets in the bathroom for like hair straighteners and touch up. Like I've never, even airports have them, because I used to like get ready in the airport and whatnot. And like they need them for like, you know, vacuuming. And I'm like, where the hell are all the outlets? So there's no outlet in the bathroom, but you know where there's outlets? There's outlets all over the con floor to be able to plug your phones in. But you know what? That has hundreds of people. And you know what I have to do? I have to be able to take this damn thing off and hold my boobs and try to hot glue this on. And I was like, I'm not going to get naked in front of all these people. We need to figure something out. So I was like, let's just go ahead. So I'm basically like running down the hallway like this with like my helmet on, or my helmet off to the side. I'm like, we need to find an outlet privately somewhere. And luckily we ran into like the nurses and the Pyramid Head, and they made the suggestion of like, well, maybe one of like the, what is it called? The rooms, the private rooms or whatever, where they do speeches and the whatever, one of those rooms or whatever, what has an outlet. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, the panel rooms, that's what it's called, a panel room. I didn't even think about that. So we start walking, we get to A, we see all the content people lined up for getting checked in and whatnot. And I looked over and I'm like, we didn't, like, most of the panel rooms are already closed because there's panels going on. Luckily, we looked to our left and there is like a sign for the women's bathroom. And I was like, I'm just going to go try this bathroom. And I turned around and I was like, holy shit, down this hallway, it's like a private hallway right next to the women's bathroom. And it's a bathroom that looks like not a lot of people use. And there's an outlet in the hallway. And there's like, and it's clear of people. Easy, just find the pineapple room, right? I'll remember that next time, yeah. So we go down this hallway and plug in the hot glue gun, wait for it to heat up. And as soon as it heats up, I'm like knelt down, like Josh and I are like knelt down, like there's like a little fire basically. Free the titty, right? I should have. But anyway, so I have my back to like where people are, like in a hallway, and like we're just like hovered over like a little outlet with a hot glue gun going. And as soon as the hot glue gun got hot enough, I just took the damn thing off and just like turned a little bit. And I was like, at least we're by the women's bathroom and no one's just gonna be coming over here and like, oh, hey, let me just try to like take a picture of you while you're, you know, holding your tits. And I just like turn the damn thing on high, and you guys can see all of the hot glue. Look at this. Look at all of this hot glue that I put on here to try to fix it. It was held together by like cement glue beforehand. Like, I mean, it was like on there. So I mean, I've held it like, oh yeah, there's more to the story. There's definitely more. You can tell that there's more to the story. Well, so anyway, so we hot glued it together, held it there, and I'm like, okay, all right, it's pretty good. It, you know, it's fine. We can go get checked in. We put it back on. I'm like, basically, I'm just gonna try not to put any pressure on my boobs, and we're just gonna lay the straps on my back, and we're not gonna mess with them. We're not gonna adjust them. It'll be fine. So, I go back into the bathroom after I get checked in line, and I get checked in line, and we're sitting there for, we're not supposed to get on stage until 8:15. So we're standing in line for quite a while, and I've got this on, you know, everything's fine. And then I went to the bathroom, did one more quick get up with my paint. And now they're starting to take people backstage, because right now we're just kind of out in the lobby waiting to go backstage. Now we're starting to take us into the backstage while they're letting people in to get seated. And they're taking people, because there's 100 of us, there's a lot, and there's not a lot of room backstage, so they're lining us up properly and getting us checked in, making sure our names are proper for being called on stage. And they're taking people in, they take the novices, and they're taking people in groups of like basically 10 to 15, and there's a lot. So they just get to the end of the novices, and I'm in the journeyman category, and I see, or one of the girls that follows me on Instagram that I competed with at Indiana Comic-Con this year, who's super awesome and super sweet. Her name is Spidey_sense with a C. By the way, if you want to follow her on Instagram, she's really cute and sweet. She's a young, very, very, very young cosplayer. I believe she's under 18. Like she's always there with her parents. She's so sweet. She did Has Been Hotel stuff, and yeah, she's cute. But she sees me and she's like, "Oh, Kitty!" I was like, "Oh yeah, I know you're here." Like that's cool. So we come up and she's like, "I have to get a picture," and her mom wanted to take a picture of both of us. So I take a picture and I go to like lift my sword behind her, and as I think I'm putting my sword down after the photo, and I just feel a pop, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Oh, that's a really good idea. Thank you. But yeah, she takes the picture. I put the sword down, and I just feel a pop, in my damn strap that we just hot glued popped right back off. As I'm going back, I'm gonna be called backstage to go onto the stage. I know, she witnessed our panic. Like, I put my sword down, and I was like, as we were chatting, I'm like, "Oh, it's so good to see you." Pop. Oh, holy shit. Like, I was like, "Oh, I need an outlet. Who fucking cares if anybody sees my boobs? I need an outlet right now." I was like, I have no time to find anything. I need an outlet right now. I don't care if someone has to make a circle around me. So I'm like panicking, because I was like, my fucking boob's gonna fall out on stage. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? This is like the worst nightmare ever. So Josh, I was like, "Get it out now." Yeah, and then we had media right down the hall. And I was like, don't take pictures of me. And I'm like plugging the hot glue gun in, and then I start seeing them take the next group of people, and I was like, we got no time. Fuck the hot glue. I was like, "Josh, there's a big," I don't know how my brain works in panic, but I was like, "Josh, there's a big ass safety pin holding my corset together." And I was like, "Stab that thing through the damn bra, and we're gonna call it a day." Who fucking cares? Who cares if you see my boobs? Hey, Mr. Roller, you know, handler next time. Actually, it takes two handlers. It really does. It takes two handlers to really, really help with Pyramid Head. So there's an open spot right now. Jake just couldn't go this time. My handling was top notch yesterday. It was. Josh had the work of two people, and he was the real MVP yesterday, like for sure, taking care of me. I tell you what, right? But anyways, so Josh like takes the safety pin out. I'm over here talking to Spidey Sense. Her name's Ash, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I have to do all this." She's like, "Oh, I totally understand. You get your stuff ready to go. Good luck." But yeah, so this is what's holding me together with my fucking tits. Like, look at this. Look at this shit. I have the safety pin holding on for dear life that's already bent up here. So anyways, so my adrenaline's going. We get the safety pin through. Yeah, it's shoved through 3 layers of foam, and then plus the pressure of my boobs, because the whole point of this is to make my boobs like do this. It's supposed to be like a damn push-up bra, like a Wonder Bra. And so we get into the back, and as we're walking, the pin breaks like 3 times open, and I'm like, My boob's gonna fall out on stage. I knew it. It just kept popping open. I was like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I can't really move, or else the pin just keeps like, it was a nightmare. I was like, I'm gonna get up on stage, hold up my knife, and my fucking tits just gonna like fall out. So that's how you got yeah, right? So that didn't end up happening, luckily. So basically the plan was like le tits. This is not Pyramid Head. I welcome you, tits. So basically backstage, Josh is allowed to be with me all the way up until basically I get on the ramp to go up the stage. And so we're getting to the ramp, and Josh just like every couple steps, Josh is like checking, being the real MVP, and checking the pin and making sure, and he's like, just don't move. Getting up on stage, and I'm like, I gotta do a pose, you know, I have to do the lift the sword, I have to, right? But he adjusted it, it stayed, and I was like, I'm just gonna like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, please, 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 for the love of God, do not let my fucking boob fall out on stage. I'm like, I don't care if I don't fucking win. I just don't want my fucking boob to fall out. I'm like, everyone will remember this con forever, and I'm never gonna compete ever again. So anyways, I go up on stage. By the way, we can go back to the thing now. About this. That was right before, yes, that was right before the burlesque show too. I would have been like, oops, wrong contest. Yeah, after midnight is the basically the con turns into 18 plus. Like, I've never seen this kind of shit. Like, they do like a cosplay burlesque show. Where like I saw some video that some of the cosplayers were posting, and it was like legit like strippers and people basically dressed up in cosplay and then just stripping on stage, like doors locked, 18 plus, like, wow. Yeah, so yeah, I could have competed in that, I guess. You lifted the sword with that pin, very, very brave. I know, I basically said, I got up on stage, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna pray and hopefully it doesn't work, or it doesn't pop, and it didn't. And yes, all of my peers, all my cosplay peers, like, were there, and these are like a lot of the same, when you're in the cosplay contests and stuff, here, I'll go back to this, like, you know, do some pictures real quick. You end up recognizing a lot of the same people that you compete against with like other cosplays, and or people that you follow on Instagram and whatnot. So yeah, there was definitely a lot of my peers there as well too, and some people that were there from Crown. But yeah, so I got up on stage. This was the room was packed, by the way. This is what it looked like. And then there was apparently a line outside to even get in, because every seat was packed, and they weren't allowing anybody else in. But this is, well, because of the lights, you can't really see 110% like what's there, but yeah, there's me afterwards. Oops. But yeah, like, goes all the way back there. It was a pretty large crowd. So yeah, anyways, only Pyramid Head coming soon. I know, right? There was a good number of Arc Raiders. Oh yeah, Josh was pointing that out. There was Arc Raider cosplay. He was telling Jake about it too. Anyways, so I'm about to get up on stage, or not about to get up on stage. So yeah, I get on stage, I do my thing. Site's muted. Okay, that's fine. How do we unmute it so I can play the video? You'll have to do that for me. So anyways, I'm up there, I do my pose, I get like everybody screaming for me and whatnot. I was like, okay, I at least got like quite a big like audience like reaction. That's awesome. Get off the stage. And basically they told us just like go sit in the crowd afterwards, and then if you win, we'll call you up. And there wasn't really anywhere to sit, so I just basically went off of the stage, which was like back here, and now we're just like in the little nook of like one of the doors, standing there like right there watching the contest. So for this contest, it was done quite a bit differently with awards than any of the other contests that I've been in. There were 100 people, and the groups were, or the categories were, masters, journeyman, which is like the intermediate category, which is what I'm considered. I am in the competition world. I believe you have to have 3 first place wins at major competitions. So like big cons like this, you have to have 3 first place wins to be considered to participate in a master's category, or to be considered a master cosplayer. So, and before this con, I'd only have 1 first place win with Pyramid Head, and that was the very, very first con with the very first version with Indie PopCon. And then I have a runner up, which is not a first place. So anyways, so masters, the categories are masters, journeyman, youth, and group. The awards went to, there wasn't like a first, second, or third place. There was judge's choice. There was 3 of them, so because there were 3 judges. Judge's choice just meant these were people that the judges just were like, you know, I really like this cosplay because I got a judge's choice award for my bridal witch. That was my very first award. So there was 3 judges choices. I did not get any of those. Then there was best prop, which I was like, if I'm gonna win anything, it might be for the prop, because it might, like, I got so many oohs and ahs. My helmet can be considered a prop, and my sword can be considered a prop. And I didn't win that. That went to, and I've got it on here, it went to somebody that had like this moving, cool, shiny prop. So I was like, okay, I didn't win that one. And then the next one went to best original character, which technically mine's an original character because there is no female version of Pyramid Head. The original character I did not win. That went to a female Krampus, which I have a picture of, which isn't that funny because the last con I went to, I lost to a Krampus. That was really good. But this female Krampus was really, really good. I have a picture with her at the end that I'll show you. And then, so I didn't win that, and I was like, oh, great. And then the next award was best craftsmanship. And that one went to, I think she was a novice, but it was, I'll show you who it is at the end. But I did not get that one. And I was like, I did not think, because after that it goes best individual in masters. So best in masters, best in intermediate or journeyman, best in novice, best in youth, best in group. And you compete against all the people in your group, and it's just first place only, basically. It's best in. And I did not think I was going to get best in, because I was like, there was ridiculous amount of number of people I was competing against, and the cosplays that I was competing against were phenomenal. And I was like, as soon as they announced like best prop and all that other stuff, that I was like, well, you know what, I could at least win that. And then there was also the last 2 awards that I was like, there's no way I'm winning it, was best in show and con chair award, which is like basically the chairman of con gets to pick whoever he thinks, like, unbiased opinion, just, I think this person deserves an award from me, and they get like $400 and a couple like fancy like trophies and whatnot. And I was like, there's no way I'm getting those, and I didn't. But I did end up winning best individual journeyman. So I got first place. Yay! Applause. And I'm gonna play the video real quick because Josh is like filming like the announcement of it. And you can even hear I let out this like kind of giggle in the video because I'm like, what? Like, I did not think, like, I know that I've won some awards with this, but I did not think I was gonna win. Like, Josh and I both, like, just kind of had a look of, well, it's, you know, we were here, we had all this bad stuff happen today, we were just told by the universe, you're not gonna win anything. And, yeah, in the video, I just kind of go, like, I'm just kind of like, what? So yeah, let's see here. Press F11. Where are we at? Oh, it's on the internet. I didn't realize that. All right, press F11 again. I'm pretty sure this is the video, but yeah, so this is me getting announced, I think. Oh, no, this is the audience. This is me getting announced, I think. Here you go. No, it's not. Next one? No. This one? Ah, it's this one. It's this one. It's this one. Okay, here you go.
Our next award is the best individual in the journeyman category. They are going to win a $100 cash prize and a custom medal. It will be Kutekitti Cosplay. Oh my God.
Yeah, see, I was just like, I was like, what? I had, like, seriously, I had died. I was under my helmet with my eyes closed, just kind of like head down, like, yeah, it's not gonna be me. So yeah, guys, I won. Oh, yeah. So yeah, here you go. So this was on this is like the that's it. Brian, that's it. That's exactly what I was like under the helmet. 110%. That's what I was. What? Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. So here you go. It's heavy. It's heavy. And then this little thing like spins. So got like a little spinner on it. That says GalaxyCon. So yeah, so the ironic part about this is that I told Josh in the car on the way to, like, when we were driving to Columbus, I think, and we were going over, like, I was like, you know what, I really like money is one thing, because it, you know, it helps, like, pay for the expenses of, like, having the hotel and the price of the tickets to the con, but when you win the money, like, I want to say with the amount of money that I have won in cons for Pyramid Head, it still hasn't, I still haven't gotten positive out of the amount of money it took to make the cosplay. So it's like money's one thing, because it helps, like, to go towards, like, future, like, what I use it for is, like, to help go towards, like, future projects or, you know, things like that. Like, money's money. If it was a big large sum of money, like first place best in show got $1,000, like that's kind of a big deal. But I was like, I told Josh, I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't really want money. I want something to be able to like go back and like a keepsake. Like I was like, a certificate's one thing. I was like, but when I got my trophy this year for like runner up, I was like, that's what I want. I wanted like a trophy, something like a trophy or a medal or something that just says you won, and it's physical and it's there, and some, you know, somebody spent money on something to give to you that meant you won. So, and this also like looks really cool. So yeah, so this is probably one of my favorites, or it is my favorite. But yeah, so yeah, I got it. Yay! But yeah, I did not think I was gonna win, guys, at all. I really did not think I was gonna win. But yeah, so this was taken, like Josh is kind of backstage waiting for me to get off the stage, and they've got like a preview mirror, like a green, like a, so Josh is able to watch for me. But yeah, so these are the people so far that have won something. Projector, yeah. Are you going to remake the bra for a third time? Probably. we gotta I gotta make sure I do some work on that one. Yeah. But I will say, like, I don't know if I'm going to, I haven't fully decided. This will probably be the last time that I compete with Pyramid Head. I will definitely think about bringing it, like if we do a 3-day con or a 2-day con, just because everybody loves taking pictures and stuff of it. I would wear it for a day that I'm not competing, but I just wouldn't do all of like the 5 hours worth of makeup. I'd probably just put some black on my legs and my arms and call it a day. Or I would put like, do what I was doing before, which is I'd put some black on tights and just, you know, do it that way. Like, there is some cons in Detroit, and there's a big one in Louisville, that we could go to as well. So I've gone to Chicago, I've done all the ones in Indiana, and I've done the big one in Ohio. So we can go like north and south, but guys, I will tell you, it is a pain in the ass to carefully bring everything and transport it, as well as, I mean, my helmet it's got some dents in it. The top of my hilt has some dents in it. I have to keep, every time I wear the damn thing, I have to retouch up the dress, and like it's a lot of work to travel and compete with this cosplay, because it's large. It's a lot of work. Unless there's we can travel with her again. We can, and I technically only need one more first place win, whether it's with her or another cosplay. I just need one more to be able to, if I wanted to, enter in and be considered like a master cosplayer. Which I still have imposter syndrome just from last night winning this award, because I was like, how the hell, like, like, I can see the other cosplays up close and personal, and the detailing that goes into everybody else, and I'm like, oh wow, like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, so this is Perler, or Perler Tricks cosplay. He was one of the judges. This was another judge right here. I cannot, this girl was in line with me when we were getting prejudged. Her outfit looked like amazing. Absolutely loved it. But I'll kind of go through a couple of them here. Those are just some pictures at the end. Here we go. So I will show you guys kind of who won what that I can remember. So you have me in the back. Which is, my mom thought was really funny. She's like, isn't it just hilarious that you're like in the back, like, and you can't really see, like, you just see a helmet. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, I'm there, like, you can see me a little bit. There is like an iconic pose, I guess, like, so at the very end, like, we're taking photos all together on the stage like this. Well, at the very end, I guess what the GalaxyCon does is they have us all turn around, which you can all imagine is super hard, because we're all like, some of us can't see and we're in big cosplays. So they turn around and they get somebody on like stilts or a something here, and we turn around and they take a photo of us like this with the con people, like the with the fans in the back. So when we do that, I'm in the front. So yeah. Anyways, so we'll go through and I'll kind of remember who got what award. Yes, she did. She did. Very good job. This person right here, I believe, entered in as novice, but he won best prop. I do have a video of it, I believe, that I can show you guys in a second. But this is the prop that won. It lights up and things inside spin. I don't know where he's from because I'm horrible. This person here won Judge's Choice. And Judge's Choice was like something specific popped out to the judges that they're like, they deserve an award just because of this. And they said really it was just because of all of like her bead work, I believe, like all the beading and stuff on her outfit. So that was one Glenda. There was actually two Glendas that won. I feel absolutely horrible, but I cannot remember, unless Josh remembers, what this cosplayer won over here. I want to say it was a Judge's Choice. I really do. I want to say that was one of the other Judge's Choice awards. The Majora's Mask, she won Best Craftsmanship, I believe, that's the award she got. And yes, it did look amazing, up close and personal. I'll even send you, I'll send it to you on Instagram, but one of the professional photographers that were there, actually, I'll just show you now and you can see it because I know exactly where it's at. One of the professional photographers that's there that I know that I follow on Instagram, he took a photo of her and already posted it, and it's like a super clear shot. Oh, what do you know? He's right there. Oh, and she's literally right there on the front page. But I'll show it here and then I'll send it to you. But here, yeah, I'll send it to you on Instagram right now and you can look at it. I'll send it to Brian I send it to Patrick and Crystal. There you guys go. Now you can see it now. It's like, yeah, it looked really, really, really cool. She did such a great job on it. But yeah, I believe she was also in Novice. So beginner. Really you'll kind of see it in the picture. The detailing of her cosplay, the big things was like the props. Like it looks really good. This person right here won first place or best in not journeyman, best in novice, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was his award. Yes, novice. And then there was me, who won best in journeyman, so intermediate. And then yeah, this one's a judge. This is Perler, that's a judge. This guy right here, he won best in masters. Again, I'm horrible. I don't know. Oopsies. I don't know what people are from. I'm horrible. But this person, like, yeah, he won best in masters. Is standing next to him on stage. Holy crap, that thing is amazing. Like, mind-blowingly cool. I don't know how long he took. I didn't get a chance to talk to him afterwards, but yeah, everything from top to bottom with this guy looked fucking cool. This person right here, she's one of my fellow cosplayers that I see at like all of my local cons, and she was at Crown. Her cosplay name is Kim Is Possible. She won a Judge's Choice award. And then we've got this. So this is a really iconic photo for one big reason. So my very, very first competition, just because my friends, you guys all told me, hey, you know what? Alex, you do good cosplays and good costumes. Like, maybe you should start competing. And I'd like never thought about competing, ever. And I'd never been to a con ever. And my very first competition that I went to, was Indie Pop Con. 3 years ago, and I did the Bridal Witch. And the very first con I went to, I won an award right away, and I won Judge's Choice, and the judge was her. So this is a cosplayer named Mary Cosplay, and she won Best in Show. So, her leather and everything was incredibly detailed. She used like a brand new technique with detailing with the leather. Her freaking spear and her shield looked real, like it was out of a freaking movie. Her shin guards, everything coming down her back. I mean, I'm so happy she won Best in Show, because definitely well deserved. These pictures don't do it justice, but I'm sure she's got pictures on her Instagram, but again, her name is Mary Cosplay. You should look her up. But yeah, it's an iconic one because she won Best in Show. I won first place Journeyman. We're on the same stage together, and she was the one that started my journey of like fueled my wow, competitions are fun and I can win things. So that's awesome that we were on the same stage together winning things. This, I cannot remember. I want to say this was it was either, I'm pretty sure she was a Judge's Choice award. Or best group. Or maybe this was a best group. I'm horrible. And I feel really bad because I can't remember what she got either, because her cosplay looked amazing. I don't remember. Maybe she was part of a group too. There's only 2 people here you can't see. There's a person sitting here and a person sitting here, and they're in a group and her face is hiding, but they won like I think a group award in the novice category. Oh yeah, okay, so she would have won. Yeah, so she was in a group. She won group journeyman or group. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And then back here, the other person you can't see is you've got Glenda, and the Wicked Witch of the West is back here. And they won best group in Masters, and they handmade their gowns and everything and sewed, and yeah, they look beautiful. And then this is the female Krampus right here, who looks fucking amazing. And again, I have another picture of her like with me after we get off stage, because I was like, holy shit, there's a female Krampus. I didn't even see her prior to. It looks fucking awesome. I love it. But she got best original character. Her makeup, I wish I would have gotten a picture of the back of her. I'll have to try to find her on Instagram. And then this person down here, again, I'm gonna have to try to find I know she's probably got, oh no, I follow her on Instagram. She was, if anybody's ever seen the movie Cruella, or Cruella de Vil, the live action one, she did one of the big dresses that Cruella does in the movie, and she did like, it looks amazing. But she got the Con Chair award. The detailing on the stuff on her shoulders, like it's put together so well. Like it looks amazing. But yeah, she won the Con Chair award. And that's everybody. She did great. She did Alice in Wonderland a couple. Yes. Yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Like, I think that was one of the first ones she posted on her Instagram. But yeah, I did recognize her. It's weird seeing people in makeup because they don't recognize you if you're in a brand new cosplay. We're like, oh, you're Kutekitti because you did Pyramid Head. But if I show up in something else, they're not going to know who I am because they've never seen my face before. Or they'd be surprised because they're like, oh yeah, I don't recognize you with all the blood and guts all over you. But this is right off after I walked off the stage after getting the award, and under the helmet, I'm like basically shaking and crying and full of adrenaline. Oh, here you go. Here's Krampus. So this is what she looked like up close. So yeah, she got best original character. And we were just sitting there back and forth, just chatting. I was like, oh, I love what you did here. And she's like, oh, I loved what you did here. And I was like, no, but I love what you did here. And she's like, I love what you did here. But yeah, hers like, look at all of this. This looks so freaking cool. She's got like, there's like a bone hanging off here. There's a top of a, like, looks like a baby's skull or a kid's skull right here. And then she's got a piece of a jaw right here. I wish I would have gotten a picture of the back, but she's got like basically this huge like cage with a bunch of stuff inside of the cage on the back, and then has like a ripped up teddy bear hanging off the side. It has a gingerbread man back here. Yeah, all the like the snow and everything on it. Like it looks really, really, really good. I thought it looked amazing. And here you go. This right here is the best prop. I know that was quick, but that's just like the video that I got. But that was the prop. Was that it? I think that was it. He went in as novice? Yes. So, yeah, he competed in a, yes, he was definitely novice. Yeah, he was not, right, Josh? Yeah, because I saw him in the line in front of us. So yeah, he was novice. And I mean, to be honest, like, I don't know, like, so in order to compete, in different categories, it's based off of, in order to compete in this competition, which is considered a craftsmanship competition, you have to make at least 70% of your costume from scratch or by hand. Mine is way above that, but that's the minimum, is you have to and be able to prove with a build book that you made 70% of your costume. And then, so basically you don't get like docked points like the way judging works, from what I understand. And I think that's it. So I'm gonna go back to IRL. So basically how I've been told is you don't get like docked points. It's more like the things that you think that you would get points for, you probably wouldn't get as many points for. Like, a lot of cosplay now that you would think would be like, why didn't they win? It looks so cool. Well, if the entire thing was 3D printed from a file that you downloaded and then you just painted it and put a little couple things here and there, that's not considered, like, yeah, you made it, but that's not, like, do you get what I mean? Like a lot of people will get up on stage and be like, oh my god, I cannot believe, like, it should, like, the fans will be like, it should have gone to this person because, like, it looked pristine. Well, yeah, because a freaking computer file was built and they printed it out of a machine. And yeah, you also have to go off of the paint job and everything else, but if the main parts of your costume are 3D printed, you don't get as many points out of it as you would think, because you're just downloading someone's file that was made and printing it out and painting it and putting it together. Versus I could have 3D printed my helmet. I could have 3D printed stuff for my knife, my bra. Like, I mean, there's plenty of stuff on here I could have 3D printed, but instead I handmade everything. So if I show them and prove to them, I made this from scratch. I took this piece of fabric from Joann Fabric, and it was a white piece of long fabric, and I turned it into this by using this and this and this and this and this, and showing them what types of techniques that I did. And the more creative you are and the cool techniques, and not just like following oh, I just took some fabric, I sewed a little bit and I painted it. Well, what else did you do to it? Well, I tea stained it, I weathered it, I made these slashes in it, and those types of things you get more points for. And basically how they decide is not what, like, looks good. It's like, it's a craftsmanship competition is what cosplay competitions are. So what did you do and what kind of techniques did you do and the overall character representation of like, did you take your idea and actually execute it well? Overall is kind of how I've been told that how they judge. So what you guys see on stage, like for instance, like Mary's, you see best in show and you see hers. Well, unless you're like up close, you don't see all the fucking amazing, like she looked like someone that was dressed up from Hollywood. like it's really, really good leather detailing, and leather is very difficult to work with. And she did all of that by hand. So I'm glad that she got the recognition for it, because wow, it looked really, really pristine. Everything was like, it was good. It was very, very good. But yeah, same for like my knife and my helmet. Like, I mean, there's hundreds of different like people, so many people that have done Pyramid Head, but nobody has done this helmet. It might look similar to other people's helmets, but I made this helmet my own. I did a completely different cog than other people. I put vent holes, the sizing, the bike helmet inside, different types of dowels, the paint job. Like, that helmet is Cute Kitty's helmet. That's the other thing is, like, when I was designing my own design, the only thing I took off of the internet to get started to make the helmet, because I had no idea how to like put it together, was, I mean, you guys have seen the pictures before. I took pieces of cardboard and I found one design that had measurements on Google, which I can't even find anymore. But I printed it out and it just said, start with this. And it, the helmet looked horrible, but it made me go, oh, I at least know the basics and I know how to put it together and start measuring it. And the original helmet that I made was like out of cardboard in like 2 hours, and some duct tape was super ridiculously small, because it's also going to be proportionate to your body. So that thing was measured and remeasured and measured and remeasured and added to until the final product. There was probably 5 or 6 different methods that were made. And then I took, you know what, I really enjoyed the helmet. There's also many different like versions of like, there's a couple different versions of pyramid head helmet. There's like the, you know, the original Pyramid Head was just like the blocky one. Well, I personally, with like the video game and the movie, the version that I kind of fell in love with that I liked was the movie. I really liked the whole, and I think it looks more, to me, it just looks more feminine, with the like the long point. That's just that, and so that's what I went with, because that's just what I like. So again, I know I get a lot of like hate sometimes on when I post it on like my Silent Hill group that I'm in, and I get some people like, oh, you should have done like the blah blah blah. I'm like, I made the helmet the way I wanted it to be, and it looks cool and people like it, so that's what I wanted. But this helmet is Lady Pyramid Head by Cute Kitty. This is not by anybody else. This is my design. So that's what I had to prove. Same with the knife. A lot of people, there are so many different versions of this knife that I've seen. This is the only version of this knife that I have seen, because this is my version. I took a combination of the game, the movie, and just other pictures that I've seen of people doing it. And I'm like, and I just made it my own knife. I painted it the way I wanted it. I shaped it the way I wanted it. I added barbed wire to it, a chain. Like, that was from my head onto here. And same with this. I took like a lot of, this is like probably the only thing that I've seen that's pretty damn similar to a lot of other people's. But I've sketched out so many different versions of a bra for Pyramid Head, and I'm like, this is and I've never made a bra before. and what I'm talking about mainly is just like the triangle part. And honestly, I could not figure out really any other type of version that would look good other than these like metal triangle parts, because of the way my chest is. Like, I could have done like the only other thing I could think of is that I would have done like this fabric and made like a tube around my boobs, but then I would have had to keep pulling my boobs up and pulling my bra up. So I was like, I really need to make something around my neck to pull up. And this is the only thing I could figure out. So the most unoriginal part is probably this part. As far as ideas go, but the way that it's built and how I built it is mine. A lot of people go with this way of the version of the dress, but this dress, the way that I've made it, and the slashes and the inside of the dress and the paint job is mine. So that's what they look for. And they look at the fine details, like how I made the rust, how I made the barbed wire, with the liquid latex, trying to make it exactly the way like old skin would be, down to each blood splatter and the weathering. Brian, you're the only one in our group, so, well, besides Quentin, that has not seen any of this like physically. I really wish, like in person, I really wish that one day that you'll be able to see all of this so I could show it off to you. Like, it's so different when you actually get to see it in person. No one put the math into it like you. Right. That's the other thing, too, is you also see a lot of pyramid heads that show up that people try to make out of, like, cardboard or foam or something, and they don't have their proportions right. They just kind of, like, measure it out a little bit and stick it all together. That thing is... I actually used an app, like a triangle, like, geometry app, to put that shit together. Like, math went into that. Math went into that to make sure it was, like, I'm talking, like, angles and stuff were 100% to make it precise. Like, and if it wasn't, then we took it apart and we would rebuild it. I penciled everything. I numbered everything and then glued it together when it was finally ready to be done. Measured 100%. When I see any female portray pyramid head, it's always pointed, always, so you might not be alone. I know, but I mean, the girl that we saw last night, she had, like, the original helmet. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. That's just, like, what I chose. Like, I just like the pointy one. To me, it looks scarier. But that's just because, like, I was introduced to Silent Hill through the movie, not the game. That's why. Yours is the only one I've seen made big like the grape knife is. So that's the other thing too, is a lot of people that I've seen that make a knife, they don't make it big enough. And I wanted to make sure the very, very, very first thing that I did with the knife, or like, so I got the measurements for the helmet, like the cardboard, but before I bought any material, when I was sketching out on paper what I was trying to get out of my head, I was like, the first thing I need to do is I need to buy boots so I know the height to make the sword or to make the knife. And because in my head, like, so I have a picture somewhere of me doing this before, just imagining myself, like, I bought the boots and I measured myself from the boots all the way up to where I felt I wanted the knife, and I was like, I want to be able to hold it right here. I want the great knife to be a great knife. I want it to be a large knife. And that's what I measured. That knife is the pink foam part is 5 feet, just over 5 feet. And then I added the hilt and like the handle and everything is extra. So just the blade itself is 5 feet. So when I stand up with it without my boots on, you can't even see the entire thing because what if I go like all the way back here? Even all the way back here. Straight up. Like, I mean, yeah. My head, my head goes to where the bend, like just under where the bend is. So yeah, it's, and then when I have my boots on, my boots are like this big. So many tiny knives, I know, right? You have guys... Wait, hold on. I've noticed in pics you guys have shared... Oh, yeah. Look like toothpicks. Yeah. Any male portrayals of Pyramid Head I've seen have the blocky helmet. Mostly. Yeah, that's very true. So you can show it to me... Wait. So you can show it on or off to me? What? I hate when people bring up that you should sell it, just stop. Oh my god, we couldn't even leave. Yeah, I had, there was somebody that we were leaving the con, and it was one of like the people that like check your badge or, you know, it works at the con. And she was like, I was taking that photo like in front of like welcome to GalaxyCon. And it was at the end of the night, hence why you don't see a lot of people around finally. And I was like, you know, taking just like that picture of me holding the, holding my thing and the knife. And she was like, oh, I see you over there or whatever. She's like, Josh was like, yeah, she made all of that. She's like, I know, I can tell. I've been to these things and been running them for a while. She's like, she did a fabulous job. And she leaned over and she's like, you ever think about selling it? And I was like, no. I'm like, do you know how many times I've had people offer to buy it? Like, you should have said, sure, $5,000. No. I cannot. I've had offers for the helmet and the knife. And I turned it down. I don't think I can ever sell it. I can't, it's priceless. The amount of like literal blood, sweat, and tears. I've cut myself and poked myself, and my own blood is on this shit. Okay, I cut myself. I sweated all over this shit. Like, this was and you guys know, this was like for a while when I got started. This was a full-time job. Like, as soon as I got off work, it was on the clock for 5 to 6 hours every night working on this. And then, or on a lunch break, working on it. Or on the weekend, morning to night, working on it. For the very first version was 5 months. And then an additional, getting ready for Crown, an additional month of upgrades. Of just full-time working on it. Like, I mean, how much I make in a year, divide that in half. I still wouldn't be, no, I would not be able to accept it. Like, like on my regular pay, my regular job, like, no. How much did if I could make a cost of how much everything cost, like the materials and everything that I put in from the very first thing I bought till now, the original build, before I did all the upgrades, the original build was just under $1,000. In materials. And it was mainly just because a lot of the stuff that was equipment, the big cost, other than like fabric and foam and like all of that adding up, was I didn't have a lot of I had to buy a heat gun, I had to buy a soldering iron, I had to buy measuring mat, like a lot of like things to like get me started on a bigger build that I didn't have before. So I had to put the money into equipment to build it. It wasn't just the materials, it was also the supplies. So from start to finish, all the stuff that all I had originally, my own materials to get started, was like a little bit of paint and some paintbrushes and some tape and cardboard. Like, that's all I had as like just a, and some thread, needle and thread. I had to buy everything else. So including all of the expensive makeup, all of the refills of paint. Do you know how much black paint I've used? Black and red paint that I've gone through a lot. The foam, the fabric that I used was not cheap. I bought like legit Yaya Han cosplay polyester fabric and got way more than I needed. I mean, that alone was $60-$70 worth of fabric. But yeah, the very first version of it was probably, with all of the equipment, was just under $1,000. And then from that, with all of the upgrades that I've done, at least another $500 in paint and materials, and I would say at least another $500. So I'd say it cost me around $1,500 on an estimate. It cost me $1,500 to build all of it. So that's why I said, like, when the money that I've made winning, I have not come out positive yet. Because I think I've made, well, plus that, hold on, 5. I've made close to $1,000 in winnings, if not 1,000. So yeah, it hasn't even paid for itself yet. So it's nice getting money for as like an award for the competitions, but like most of these cosplays that you see, like, it's not just, I mean, I can make this for a lot cheaper, but I did not want to. I wanted to get pristine materials and make, like, I saved money, and it took my bonuses and my overtime work from work money, and that's what I put in. Like, this is my, like, Josh wants a PC, I wanted to build this. I mean, I couldn't shell out all the money at once, but it was like, you know, like, I bought things here and there with each paycheck to try to build this. I didn't want some cardboard version of Pyramid Head. I was like, if I do this, I'm going to, one big thing that I wrote for you guys in my build book is the very first page, the introduction page, and it basically, my introduction page says, this build was inspired mainly for my friends and my family's love for the Silent Hill game and the character Pyramid Head. Along with, I like the movie and I like Pyramid Head. But mainly, it was your guys' inspiration, or your guys' love for the character and the movie and the game that made me want to, like, if I make this, I want you guys to be proud that I did Silent Hill and Pyramid Head well, like, did it right for you guys. Like, that's what made me, like, go, I can't show off a shitty version of Pyramid Head. I cannot show off a shitty version of the Great Knife to you guys. Like, I just feel like that'd be like doing you guys wrong. Like, I was like, I want you guys to be like, hell yeah. Like, that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, or you did a good job. And the other big thing too is, like, my brother is a ridiculously big fan of Silent Hill. And originally I was gonna surprise him, like, you know, I surprise everybody with, like, my cosplay, and like what I'm gonna do. But I originally wanted to surprise him and be like, oh, my next costume and thing that I'm gonna make is Pyramid Head, and like he'd be like really like, and I wasn't gonna show him until the helmet was done. But that was like, I told Josh, I was like, I can't surprise him because if I fuck up Pyramid Head, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. So I was like, and Jake makes props like, he can make things look real from cardboard and duct tape. Like, he could have made this on a budget basically and made it look just as good. But I was like, I need guidance from the master of prop making. So I ended up having to show him, like, so I started making it and I showed him the cardboard version of it, and he goes, okay, I can help you out with that. So I also have to give him major props for, other than, like, I also told him, I was like, I don't want you to build this for me. I want you to help me, like, guide me through it. And that's what he did. He was like, I think you should do this. I think you should work on this, and showed me how to do it. like helped me and held my hand through it. So it also, yeah. So he was really happy that I came home with another medal. But yeah, you guys. And then once again, like the big real MVP of yesterday, and honestly, like the entire all my cosplay process has got to go to Josh, Mr. L, because I cannot. There is absolutely no way, and he knows it. There is no way on this earth I can go to a con by myself in Pyramid Head. I can't. There's no way. I can't see. I can't hear. I can't eat. I can barely go to the bathroom by myself. I can barely walk. It is literally a committed cosplay from top to bottom. Like, I can't. We speak our own language. Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I literally cannot and could not have done any of the cosplay stuff that I've done with Pyramid Head without him. So he's the real MVP. So anyways, but I think I've done like a normal 2.5 hour stream. So aw babe. Yes, and you kept me in check with all of the shit, all of the hell and speed bumps we had to go through yesterday. Like, yeah, like I could not have done that without you. I would have sat in a corner and just cried and given up and not gone on stage. I was not handling very well. We did anchor each other. Like, as soon as the sole of my shoe popped off, you're like, I'm like, oh no, it's fine. I got glue. My nail popped off. It's okay. I got glue. And then, but like when my freaking bra strap like snapped off, I was like, like internally, I know, like, so babe, I did not panic about my shoe. I didn't really panic about my thumb. I know that I could fix my makeup enough that I got through prejudging. So I was like, I can fix all of it. But like literally at the wrong fucking time. If it would have been in the middle of the afternoon where I could just like hot glue it and re-glue it the best that I can, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But feeling like in that moment, holding up the sword and feeling the damn thing, my bra strap pop off and then me holding my boob underneath, I'm like I actually, that one, it was like the cosplay gods were testing. You know what? We popped her nail off. Okay. We popped her shoe off. Okay. We fucked up with all of her makeup. Okay. She's taking it well. Let's make her boob fall out in front of like 1,000 people. Let's see how she handles that shit. Like, the gods were testing me. It was definitely a time to panic. I did panic when for the bra, that's for sure. I know I handled it very well. I know I did. But like the bra thing, where I panicked the most was after we hot glued it and it stayed on for like 45 minutes and I was like, nothing could go wrong, basically. And we're literally getting pulled into the backstage to get onto the stage and the hot glue pop. And I'm like, I have no time to hot glue it again. Like, I was like, get the safety pin. Oh my god, it was so bad. But yeah, it's I was like, I think it's time to retire. Oh my god, it was horrible. So it was a mix of that and like my face doing the face emoji. It was a mix of like the shaky and the emoji underneath. Yeah, that one and the like the scared face. Those were like all three of my reactions at the same time. Yes. Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy that we were able to get it fixed. I was once we get the videos of me on stage and whatnot, like that's the other thing too is yeah, we fixed it. Where's the damn thing at? Guys, we fixed it. This right here is what was holding my boob in for the last fucking like hour and a half at Comet. It's so bad. It's literally hanging on by a thread. Oh, that was the last thing I wanted to share. So Josh and I get back to the hotel. I lay everything on the floor. And so I don't think I'm weird, but I talk to my dress and my helmet and my and my knife. Like I talk to them like they're like my babies. I'm like after every con, I give them a little hug and I'm like, you guys did such a good job. Thank you for not like, you know, falling apart, and we did a good job. You guys won. Like, I don't know, it's just a thing that I do. So I was so slap happy for being so fucking tired and in so much pain that Josh and I were laying in bed. It was a had to be there moment, obviously. But so at the end of the night, I get myself all showered and whatnot. And I go up to, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm walking around. My feet are so fucking swollen. And it's dark in the hotel room. I go up to the dress and I touch the dress. And I was like, good job. You did such a good job. And I grabbed the knife and I gave it a big hug. And I was like, oh, you did such a good job. You did such a good job. You looked fabulous. And I go up to the helmet and I touch the helmet and I was like, oh honey, you did such a good job. You looked fabulous. Everybody loved you. And I just, so when I took the bra off in the hotel room, I took it off and I just tossed it over by the TV. I tossed it by the TV and we get into bed. So I was saying goodnight. I'm saying goodnight to all three of these lovely ladies over here. And I yelled from the bed and I was like, what the fuck were you thinking? I yelled that so loud across the room to my bra on the freaking just laying trash in front laying trash in front of the TV. I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? Yeah, I don't remember what were we saying. I was like, if that thing could talk back, be like, you try holding up those fucking tits for 12 hours. I was over there, and you know why it popped off? It was because I was I was being suffocated. I needed to breathe, so I went, and it broke. Oh my god, but yeah, when I was laying down, I was like, what the fuck were you thinking? That bra had the hardest job trying to hold this up. I know, right? I'm sorry. You had a hard job. You actually, you really did have the hardest job. Do you ladies agree? Yeah? You guys just had to look pretty. This actually had a job to do. I'm joking. I'm joking. You guys had a job to do as well. But yeah, it really did. It stop having big boobs. I know, that's why I said, I was like, the very first version of this, if I got it out and showed you guys, it's literally the very first bra that I made is it's a triangle this big. It's the inner triangle of this triangle. It was that small. Hence why the first con I went to, I wore a bra, a sports bra underneath it, because I was like, yeah, I made this too small. I made an A cup bra for a D cup boob. And then this one, I feel like I made a D cup boob, but I think it's just, I made it a wonder bra, because it's supposed to cup and pull my boobs up with these. And I think my boobs were just a little too heavy. They might have been a little too swollen this time around. So, yeah, I need to do some adjustment. Look at how, like, horrible this looks, by the way. On the inside, like, it's a piece of shit. Like, this side, yeah, it looks great. This is what it looks like. It's all foam. But I've never made a bra before, okay? Yeah, I've never made a bra, so the fact that it popped off and it's literally hanging on by a thread, you know. God, it looks like a piece of shit. But yeah, once again, look at all this, like, look at all this hot glue mess. Look at this. Look at how disgusting this is. This was like my panic. You can see my panic. Look at all that nasty hot glue. Just like, it's horrible. And then just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had to hold the boobs up. You know why? You know why that happened? It's because they did the freaking contest at 8:15 at night, and usually the contest is at 6 or at 5:30 or at 7, and this usually holds up the entire time. And she had to hold my tits up for another 3 hours. That's why. She's not used to it. She needed to build up her endurance. That's why. Support everything, especially the boobs. You need to just redo the bottom with leather. I know, I really do. And keep the triangles. That pin was clutching on for dear life. Yeah, we got to the hotel at 10:30. IHOP at midnight. That's true. Yeah, it was. Our victory dinner was IHOP. I got strawberry cheesecake, waffles, and some like strawberry cheesecake, waffles, and some eggs and bacon and hash browns. So yeah, that was my victory breakfast. Need to jump in the shower. Congrats again. I'm happy you're home safe. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get off stream as well, actually. I think I've talked about everything. I'm just so happy I was able to at least show you guys, like, my paint job before it became... I did so good on the makeup. I did so good on the makeup. It didn't even make it to the con. I was so pissed. That is gonna be it. The only thing that my final note for this evening is that it's kind of weird, but I'm upset I didn't get any steppers. There were no steppers this time, guys. I did not get any steppers. I did get somebody that wanted to be stabbed at the end. And I had a handful of kids that wanted photos with me. But yeah, I'm actually kind of like, at the end of the night, I had my head down and I was realizing, I was like, nobody wanted me to step on them. Oh yeah, there was a lot of kids. And I really, really love taking photos with kids. So yeah, but anyways, that was my final note. I'm gonna go to bed sad now. I just want somebody to be asked to be stepped on. Is that all I could ask? Isn't that difficult? Okay, all right. You guys have a good night and a good week, and I'll see you guys either on the podcast tomorrow or yeah, not this weekend, but the next weekend. So yeah, have a good night, guys. Have a good work week. Bye.